Hi, this is Maggie, and I would like to present Assignment 1, a brief reflection of curriculum development. My area of specialty is adult learning and education. Now, although there are curriculum similarities between K-12 and the adult learning training curriculum, there are also differences that I would like to explore with you. So let's begin. The etiology or the beginning, the meaning of the word curriculum is derived from the Latin currere. The term curriculum was not used before the Confederation, but Jesuits used the term ratio studiorum for plan of studies, but most schooling at this time was informal, often performed by women in their homes to teach basics. Canada at this time faced a couple of threats, and in the 1840s, Canada had a large influx of Irish immigrants fleeing Ireland's potato famine. There was also the fear of Americanization. These concerns resulted in the founding of state-controlled schools as an effort to preserve values and culture. Edgar Ryerson, who was a school promoter at that time, is regarded as the founding father of the Canadian curriculum. There have been many interpretations of the word curriculum. Our text, curriculum development, listed various of these interpretations. To many, curriculum is an academic term that simply refers to books and materials used to teach and at what point in an educational system they will be taught. Franklin Bobbitt summed up curriculum as the series of things which children and youth must do and experience by way of developing abilities to do the things well that make up the affairs of adult life, and to be in all respects what adults should be. So moral and societal values must also be part of the curriculum and underlying philosophy if Bobbitt's curriculum views are to be valid. I was fortunate enough to find the New Brunswick K-12 curriculum while I was doing some research online, and here's a sample of their actual K-12 curriculum framework. While we do see variation between elementary, middle school, and high school, all levels include the New Brunswick core curriculum of language, health, physical education, math, science, and so on. These subjects, along with music and art, are woven throughout the K-12 educational structure in New Brunswick. Middle school adds technology and high school adds vocational to the technology education as well as transitions. Now, adult learning goals are not the same as K-12 learning goals. Adults are more interested in literacy, college, career, and personal growth. For a variety of reasons and life circumstances, not all students finish high school, or if they do not necessarily go on to college immediately after high school. Individuals may return later on in life after experiencing some type of life-changing event to pick up their education, or it may be due to personal reflection or desire for advancement. The adult learner's level of skills varies greatly and must be assessed for accurate placement of each individual. There is an understanding also that for many adults, core proficiencies, reading, writing, and math, may be lacking, and a certain amount of remedial work may be needed before they can go on to college if that is part of their goal. Adults may also need help with newer technologies such as computer skills necessary to be successful as students. For other adults, learners, the goal may simply be to improve their reading comprehension or math skills so that they may qualify for other positions at work by increasing these competencies. So let's just give a quick look here to a framework for an adult curriculum. This is just the framework, and it's an introductory unit of what we might expect in adult learning curriculums. The very critical component to this is essential skills, of course. But notice also that we have the reading, the literacy that you would see in K-12, numbers, certainly study skills in English for speakers of other languages becoming more common. And let's look at our essential skills. Students coming back to school often don't know what to expect as adults coming back. So it's good to give them an introduction and an orientation, and that's what is done here. We explain what the skills are that they're going to need, what's covered in the preparation unit. Certainly we touch on technology, which is so important today, computer basics, Word, Excel, and building team and group project skills is also quite valuable, and what the expectations are there. If we look at literacy, we can see that the topics include reading and critical thinking, the typical things that you would see in a literacy program. As time is short, I'm going to cut out of here and move on. And we'll go to the next slide. There are principles to adult learning, and the adult curriculum has differences when compared to K-12, which we've already covered. We also find that adults are different as learners. Here are a few generalities that are fairly common with adult learners. Of course, not all adults will exhibit these traits at all times, but they are more commonly adult characteristics. We were also asked to reflect on changes in curriculum, and reflecting on changes that impact and modify the curriculum itself. I think one of the changes with most impact on curriculum and education is our evolving communication technology. Here I illustrate a few tools that could be considered in program delivery. And the curriculum is affected by all of this technology in a positive way too. There's global access on a variety of platforms. People from all around the world and of all ages are now able to take classes together synchronously or asynchronously. This affects the infrastructure and the very nature of education, really. It affects team cooperation due to time logistics, culture, background, etc. Technology to accommodate is still evolving, but education is becoming very, very portable. So, curriculum design beyond the 21st century, I am fairly certain technology will continue to change in dramatic ways, taking education further than we could ever have imagined even 10 years ago, let's say. Now, last year, Mindshift presented an online article on 12 education tech trends to watch, and that reviewed existing technology. Mobile phones were mentioned as learning tools, as were natural user interfaces with touch screens. Peer-to-peer social learning was also mentioned as increasing in use at schools. Perhaps the best curriculum we can strive to develop will be one that continues to focus on core subjects such as math, art, and critical thinking skills to help our minds remain flexible and adaptive, able to adjust to new and evolving technologies as they become available. To do well in a world with increasing ethnic diversity in classrooms, we will also need solid values, kindness for one another, along with cultural and social skills to maintain happy, enriched, well-balanced lives open to exploring our potential. And I thank you very much for this opportunity. This is my presentation. The next slide is references. Thank you.